Hi everyone, it's Liz, and welcome to the very first episode of Games and Opinions, where I talk about my opinions on video games. So, obvious disclaimer because I just said it twice. Everything in this video is my opinion, and I don't own any Rockstar characters or anything like that. And I don't want any fights or drama because, let's be honest, there's already enough fights and drama in the GTA fandom. So yeah, that's that. But I do welcome constructive criticism, of course, and yeah, so that's that. So tonight we're going to be talking about not only Johnny Klebitz's death in GTA 5, but also how GTA 5 and Rockstar treated characters from GTA 4 in general. And you're probably thinking, Liz, why are we talking about a 7, almost 8-year-old game? Well, because until Rockstar stops fucking GTA Online in the asshole and gives us GTA 6, that's all we have to talk about. So, there you go. So, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So, a bit of background. So, Grand Theft Auto 4, my favorite, is the main Grand Theft Auto 4. There were two downloadable content games, GTA 4, The Ballad of Gay Tony, and GTA 4, The Lost and Damned. So, GTA Ballad of Gay Tony is the game with Luis Lopez as the protagonist. Main GTA 4 has Nico Bellic as the protagonist. Ballad of Gay Tony has Luis Lopez. And The Lost and Damned has Johnny Klebitz as the protagonist. So in The Lost and Damned, your Johnny is part of a motorcycle gang. And so at some point, the downloadable contents came out in 2009, and then GTA 5 takes place in 2003. So sometime 2013, I'm sorry. So somewhere between 2009 and 2013, The Lost, the motorcycle club, moves from Liberty City, which is New York, to Los Santos, which is LA. In GTA 5, when we meet Trevor, and of course it's Trevor, so he shows up with a bang, he's literally banging Johnny's off and on again girlfriend, Ashley. And of course, this is GTA, so they all do drugs, so they're all on coke. And, yeah. Well, Trevor makes meth, but, Ashley does coke. So, and I think Trevor does too. Even though he specializes in making meth. So, it's a good thing I'm not monetized, by the way. So Johnny confronts Trevor. He comes to his trailer and confronts Trevor. Trevor makes a few, allusions to having sex with him, and then he basically stomps him to death with his boots, and while calling him a see you next Tuesday. So, that's Johnny's story. Now, at the time, when it came out, GTA 5 was, GTA Vice City was the first GTA game I played a long time ago. I think it was Vice City. But GTA 5 was the game that really got me into the series. I bought 4 from their I got out of it for a few years and then I got back in. And then last year I got San Andreas, and then I downloaded, I bought on PS Store Liberty City Stories and all that. So 5 is really the game that got me into the series. And at the time, I didn't really know who Johnny was. So I thought it was just like, oh my god, this psycho murderer just stomped this guy to death in front of me. When I restarted playing GTA 4, I formed a real attachment with that game. I love GTA 4. I love Liberty City's based on New York, and I'm from New England. But even though it's based on New York, it feels a lot like Boston. Like the broker apartment, or the broker safe house where you start the game. It reminds me of such a typical East Coast apartment. Like, I can relate to it. I love the graphics. I love the detail. I love the characters. I love the character development. Except for Kate, Rockstar could have developed her more, but that's a story for another day. But of the downloadable contents though, Ballad of Gay Tony is my favorite of the DLCs because it's colorful and I like the clubbing aspect, and you get to see more about like Brucey and why he is the way he is and stuff like that. And that's why I like Ballad of Gay Tony. Lost and Damned, I'm not as much of a fan of. It's not for storyline reasons. The storyline is not bad, as far as I played. The issue I have with it is it's not visually appealing. I get it takes place in Alderney, and Alderney is supposed to be based on New Jersey, and you have the residential area, and then you have Actor and the industrial park, which is, the industrial area. I get it's supposed to be dirty and smoky and, everything else, and it's a dark story and blah, blah, blah. But, everything's so orange, and it's not visually appealing to me. And all the GTA 5 players say, well, GTA 4 is dark, the main game. GTA 4 is so dark and gritty. And I'm like, yeah, but there's a reason for that. Because it's all about, it's symbolizing Nico's journey from his war-torn homeland in Serbia to America, which he's been promised by Roman that, oh yeah, I got all these cars, I got a big mansion, I got all these women, and he comes, and then it's just shitty, like Serbia. So that it is dark and gritty, but there's a reason for that. And Lost and Damned has a dark story too, but it's like visually unappealing to me. That said, now that I've played 4, I know 4, like it just feels like such a needless death that Trevor committed, and Rockstar just killed him off for just killed Johnny off for no reason. Like, he's in the game for 5 minutes and he's dead. And like, Lost and Damned isn't my favorite game, but think about all the 4 players that have Johnny as their favorite protagonist. How screwed over they feel. Now, if it was Nico or Roman that Rodstar had killed, you best believe I would be in Scotland protesting at Rodstar offices headquarters, because no, I think they killed Johnny because I think they thought that they could get away with it, and because Johnny's not as popular as Luis or Nico, but like he's still a protagonist. He's still, and no one else cares besides sport fans. If it was CJ from San Andreas that Rodstar had killed off, they would all be protesting too, and PO too. But because it's Johnny, but because it's a bored protagonist, it's somehow okay. I don't know. I just don't like the rap that Boulder has now that Five's out. And I get what people are saying is probably true, that when 6 comes out, we're all going to talk about how great 5 was. And yeah, we'll probably do that. But, like, I'll always love 4. Like, I don't know. If you want to kill, but that's the thing before. I can't even say, well, if you were to kill a character off, pick this one. Unless it's like Playboy X, because fuck him. But, yeah, if you killed Wayne, I'm gonna pull a Katie Joy and block you, because in this apartment, on this channel, we always kill Playboy X to get the apartment and Claude's outfit. I'm sorry, get the penthouse and Claude's outfit. So if you kill Dwayne, I'm gonna be like Katie Joy and block you. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. Well, we welcome everyone here, but seriously. Anyways, so, and then it's like, and then we go to, because it's almost St. Patrick's Day, we gotta talk about Packie. So then we get to Packie, and Packie comes up again in GTA 5. Yeah, Packie is, I guess, like, common for Irish guys that are named Patrick to go by Packie. And when I first played 4, I was like, why is he calling himself Packie? Is he a Packers fan? But no, his name is Patrick. But he just goes by Packie. So in the main game, and even in I'm sorry, I just gotta plug this in here. Even in Ballad of Gay Tony, does he pop up in Lost in the End? I think at the end of Lost in the End he does. I haven't played till the end, but I think he appears in the credits of Lost in the End. So, Patrick McCreary. Who's Patrick McCreary? Patrick McCreary is an Irish gangster. He's in the Irish mob, and he has 4 brothers, right? So he has Derek, no, 3 brothers, yeah. So there's Derek, Francis, and Jerry. So Derek is the oldest, and he used to be the leader. Well, he was in Ireland for some time in the Troubles, fighting in the Troubles with the IRA, and then he eventually came back to America, and now he sits on the bench in after doing heroin. Awesome. Love that. Yeah, it's a great thing and not monetized, right? So that's Derek. Francis is a cop, corrupt cop, but a cop. Gerald is the head of the Irish mob. When Gerald goes to prison, Packie, becomes leader of the Irish mob. He eventually, so and then Kate, they have a sister named Kate, and Kate is the youngest and the only girl, and she becomes Nico's love interest, and in the revenge ending, she dies. We'll get into Kate. I'll maybe I want to make a video about Kate's character development, and excuse me, how disappointing it was, in another video, but, yeah, we'll do that later. So, Nico and Packie are, together on a lot of, assignments, and, not assignments, but, like, heists, and they do the bank job, and then, everything else, and then the diamond heist and everything, and then, again, sometime between 2009 and 2013, Packie moves to Los Santos. You can meet him as Franklin, but as Trevor, when you meet him, Trevor has the option to take people to the cult of the altruists that are up in the mountains. So yeah, he can take strangers and freights there, if it gives them the option to. I don't know why that's only a Trevor thing. I think because he has a deal with them or something. But so here's my issue with that. And then if you spare Packie, which is the smart thing to do, in my opinion, you can use him as a heist member, a crew member. So my issue with this, and this is another case in my opinion of Rockstar treating loyal characters like shit, is when you take him up to the camp, he just goes. Like he just walks in. like nothing happened. The Packie in GTA 4 would be swearing up an Irish storm. He'd be a total Irishman. He'd be like, "You fucking blah blah blah," and he'd start shooting. But the Packie in 5 just goes. So I don't know. Rockstar generally has a negative view of their old games in general, but I don't know. I think they saw that a lot of people were complaining about it because it didn't have the customization that San Andreas had. It didn't have barber, it didn't have tattoos, it didn't have, whatever else. Even, I think there's more of that in Ballad of Gay Tony, but I think they brought that back. But, so that's a reason to treat your old games like shit. You're the reason that it doesn't have any of those things. And so, I don't know. In my opinion, as a game dev, yeah, I'm not a game dev, but in my opinion, this is what they should do. I mean, you have to listen to fan response of your games, but at the same time, you have to know that it's kind of evenly split. 50% just hates what you did with 4 and hates 4 in general, and then the other half loves 4 and loves Lost and Damned, and loves what you did. So I think, does that mean when you make a new game you just trash all the characters? In my opinion, no. I don't think so. So that's like the biggest issue. And I really like Packie. At first I didn't like him because I thought Packie was weird to go by, but and I really like Packie. So, and a lot of people do too. So I don't know why Rockstar felt the need to kill off or just pussify two of their most well-liked characters. Um, I don't know. Um, and like I said, the Johnny's death doesn't really affect me, as I'm not a big Lost in Dan fan. But it's like for a lot of people, Johnny is their favorite protagonist, so it's like I feel for them. I'm not sure why Rockstar chose not to listen to um their fan base that liked Johnny and that liked Packie and decided to just, you know, pussify them. So that's my opinion. I didn't think it was right. I didn't think it was fair. I thought it was a slap in the face to fans of GTA 4. And again, I think if it were CJ, everyone would be up in arms. But because it's a foreign character, it's okay. I don't know. So that's my take. Leave your opinions and thoughts in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe. And Michael Schultz, if you're listening, refile in Minnesota 2021. Bye, guys.